Want to make this toaster in Blender? In this in-depth tutorial series, I go through the entire process of making a basic hard surface model from start to finish. Let's just jump into it. To make a Blender model, we first need to get Blender. Go to blender.org/download. The link is in the description if you need it. Blender is a very versatile program. You can make 3D models, texture paint, render scenes, and even make animations right in the program. When you start using Blender, you will notice that all these features are available to you. This can be very daunting for newcomers, as quite often you don't really know where to start. I'll focus on modelling for now, as that's my favourite. This is a 3D viewport. This is your window into the model's world. You can pivot your view with the middle mouse button. To zoom, scroll your mouse wheel. You can also align the view to several useful viewpoints by using the numpad. To pan your view, hold Shift and press the middle mouse button. Basic tools. We always start with a cube. Don't delete it, because this little cube can be anything we want it to be. Start by selecting the cube. Press the left mouse button on the cube. To deselect, click away from the cube or press Alt-A to deselect everything. You have a move tool. To use it, press G for grab. Now the cube moves with the mouse. In 3D modelling software, you may have heard the terms X, Y, and Z, used for direction within a 3D space. These are called axes. You can move your selection along any of these axes by pressing the corresponding key. Now you'll see that it only moves on the X and Y axis. Really handy. Additionally, after pressing the key for a tool, you have the ability to type in a number. The default unit is meters, so 1 will move the object by 1 meter. You can set the units here in the Properties panel. You can also add quotation marks to the end to make it inches, along with many others. Try them out! When you're happy with where the cube is, press the left mouse button. If you want to move it back to where it was, press the right mouse button, or press the escape key. You also have a scale tool. Press S. You'll notice now that if you drag the mouse away from the cube, it grows in size. Move it towards the cube and it shrinks. Just like the move tool, you can also scale along a specified axis. Press X to scale along the X axis, Y for Y, and Z for Z. You can also pick an axis to not scale on. Now it can be wider, but not taller. If you want to scale it up 2 times, type 2. 1.5 times, type 1.5. Left click when you're done. The last of these common tools is rotation. Press R to rotate, and then, if you like, press X, Y, or Z to locate your rotation to that axis. Notice how Shift doesn't apply here. To rotate your object 90 degrees, for example, type 90. Then left click to apply changes. Of course, if you make a mistake, you can always press Ctrl Z. Sometimes you want to hide objects in a scene. To do this, select what you want to hide and press H. To bring everything back, press Alt-H. This concludes this short tutorial. Click here to watch the next video where I'll go more in depth on further tips.